And that's a balk. Of course, Angel Hernandez involved. He's going to impact himself on the game.
That's because it was a balk, Michael. Angels balk, San Diego's plate block. We're answering some of your questions from this weekend.
50 games to go after today. That is going to be a balk called by Angel Hernandez.
Look, just because Angel's first game back from injury had this,
and safe is the call.
Call on the field is overturned, the runner's out.
Doesn't mean every call he makes is incorrect. This is a balk.
From behind home plate, Angel Hernandez felt that he violated that.
The relevant rule, 602A3, it is a balk when the pitcher, while touching their plate, fails to step directly toward a base before throwing to that base. Over the years, that has been interpreted as...
It's got to be that 45-degree angle within or on it going towards first base. But
let's draw a line. Well, first, let's get CloseCallSports.com, presented by OutWestOfficials.com, out of the way. There's the direct line from the rubber to first base and to home plate. What's 45 degrees? Right in the middle, the green line. If we drop back down to an aerial view, you see the 45-foot line for the runner's lane. The green line goes directly to that point.
Much of an argument from the Yankees dugout. I think that one was fairly clear.
Replay was pretty good on that.
That's why even though 45 degrees isn't explicitly in the book, the way the rule is written, you can only step toward one base here. 45 degrees is a great delineation, points the halfway mark. Did he step more toward first or more toward home? And if it's more home, it's a balk. But the confusing part is...
usually it's the first base umpire or the third base umpire that has an angle of...
And here, the first base umpire made no call. And that's what gets people. It's like, well, if you didn't call it, you must be wrong. No, this is a balk. It just doesn't get called as often as it probably should. I think if Angel were put on balk duty, like exclusively, you'd find that he's a pretty good umpire when it comes to that issue.
Gets set to deal. He lays down a squeeze bunt. They'll come home with it. Safe is Kike Hernandez. No, they call him out.
Dave Roberts challenges this call, saying he blocked the plate.
Right here. Call on the field is out at home plate. Los Angeles has challenged the entirety of that rule.
The entirety. You listen to the broadcast, you realize really quickly.
Again, Major League Baseball rules do not allow the catcher to block the plate prior to having the baseball.
They haven't been watching Close Call Sports videos whatsoever about this because there is a rule that says the catcher is allowed to block the plate in a legitimate attempt to field the throw, which includes fielding a throw from a drawn-in infielder. We actually did a video earlier this season of Padres catcher Gary Sanchez legally blocking access to home plate in reaction to a throw from a drawn-in infielder.
No blocking violation. The out call at home plate was confirmed. The runner is out.
Let's check our ingredients. We have the drawn-in infielder's throw and the catcher jumping to receive it. That is a legal plate block, and that's why the out call is confirmed as a no violation. Back in San Diego, however, it's going to be a different result.
After review, there was a violation of the home plate collision rule.
Say what? Replay, help me out. This was a drawn-in infielder, no? You can't get more drawn-in than this throw.
But is that knee in the way before he has the ball is the key.
Here's the deal. It requires an extreme finesse of the rule, which is...
they're going to go off on a diatribe on this rule. That nobody understands it, nobody gets it.
Not that bad of a take. It's super confusing. The deal here is that you are allowed to block the pathway of the runner if you unintentionally block on a throw to react to a throw by a drawn-in infielder, but you cannot intentionally block the plate. So what they ruled here appears to be that Sanchez intentionally moved his knee to block the plate. If his knee had, like the play in Cincinnati, his foot had come down unintentionally blocking the plate before he had the ball or something, then that's okay because of the drawn-in infielder exception. But if he intentionally moves his body to block the plate, then that is still illegal.
That knee goes down. It's almost as if these rules are written in a way that is super detailed yet super vague at the exact same time. Logically, this does make sense. You can unintentionally block the plate with a drawn-in infield, and that's legal. But if you intentionally do it, it's illegal. But it sure would be nice to be explicitly written that way in the rule book. They make it so you need a doctorate in rulesology to understand this rule. I don't have one, so that's why I got the call wrong too.
But under this intentional, unintentional explanation that you have to dig around forever to find, at least it makes some logical sense. Just would be super nice if baseball, for once, would actually publicly communicate what they're doing. Thanks for the question. Like and subscribe, Discord server as well, all the socials, and we'll see you on the site.